Hey, what's up, GRE lovers? Today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look into a normal distribution problem. So, here it goes. The length of the cell phone charging cables are normally distributed. Okay, stop. The second you see this phrase, this wording, normally distributed, the first thing that you need to do is draw the normal distribution curve, which has basically 6 sections in symmetry, and you have kind of like to memorize these percentages. And you don't really need to memorize these percentiles, the position of the percentiles. Why? Because if you start from left, this is basically two standard deviation below the mean, and it is at the second percentile. If I move here, this is one standard deviation below the mean. All I need to do is combine 14 and 2 to get the 16th percentile, and then you just move to the right and you get these percentiles. So not too bad, right? And you probably get the idea. Okay, moving to the question. Okay, such that the mean value is 90. Okay, so the average is 90 centimeter in length. Okay, with a standard deviation of 10. Okay, standard deviation is 10 centimeters. Cool, cool. The total number of cables are 200. Okay, so the total quantity is 200. Okay, answer the following. So before jumping into question, what we need to do is use this data and arrange all of it on the normal curve. So always start from the center. So this is the mean and 90 is sitting on the top. To the right, I have one standard deviation above the mean, which is basically the 84th percentile. And what I need to do is add a 10, which will give me 100. Moving next, we have two standard deviations above the mean, and the percentile is going to be 98th, and I add another 10, I get 110. And I'll just repeat the process pretty quickly this time. This is one standard deviation below the mean, second standard deviation below the mean. I subtract a 10, I get 80. I subtract another 10, I get a 70. Okay, now that we have arranged, now we are basically ready to jump to the questions. Okay, how many, basically quantity, how many cables are there that have a length of 80 centimeter or less? Okay, the first thing that I need to do is locate 80 centimeter and where it is lying at. So if I come down here, 80 centimeter is basically one standard deviation below the mean. I have to consider what is below of that to the left. So all I need to do now is combine 14 and 2, which is basically 16%, and use the total to get the actual quality. Because remember, the question is asking me how many, the quantity, the absolute number. So 16% of 10 is 16. I double that, I will get 32. So out of 200, 32 cables have 80 centimeter length and below. So the first question answer is going to be 32. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Let's just rub to make a little bit of room here. Okay, okay. Question 2. What percentage? Okay, now we're interested in the percentage. What percentage of the total cables have a length of 110 centimeter or more? So the first thing that I need to do is locate 110 centimeter. 110 centimeter is at 2 standard deviation above the mean, and basically I need to see how many percentage is basically above 110. So this is pretty easy. This is almost like a reading problem. You see 2% right here. That is going to be 2%. Okay, moving on. Question number 3. How many, again, absolute values, quantity, how many cables are there between 90th percentile and the 16th percentile? Okay, so the first thing that I need to do is come down here and see where is 90th percentile. 90th percentile is 2 standard deviation above the mean, which is 110. This is one value. Then I have to look down and search for 16th. 60th percentile is here, which is at 1 standard deviation below the mean, and 80 is lying at 1 standard deviation below the mean. All I need to do is combine these percentages. Let me just circle them and use the total to get the exact value. So if I combine 34 and 34, I get a 68. I add a 10, I get a 78. I add another 4, I get 82. So 82% of 100 is 82. I double that, I get 164. So the answer for the third is 164.